what I say. It's what I say. It's what I say. It's what I say. It's what I say. I don't like you, but I love you. Don't love. I don't want you, but I need. And I leave you. I don't like you, but I love you. Don't love. I don't want you, but I need. And I leave you. Oh, I ever need.
hello, Internet. How are you this evening? No, don't stalk back yet. I can't hear you. Welcome to Show and Tell Live, another weekly comedy improv stream coming right at you on this lovely Friday night. Wow, I can't believe it's been a week. Not because it feels like, the 7 days have passed, but because it feels like an eternity has passed since then. But here we are, and of course we cannot do it alone, so let me welcome the rest of the gang. First and foremost, it is Alex.
That's me. Firstest and foremostest, although I usually prefer five most.
Up next, second and slippery, it's Max.
I'm the slipperiest guy around.
Up next, third and thirsty, it's Dan.
Hell yeah, bro!
Nice.
Nice!
You look like you could do some water. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's no problem. I'm just completely made of salt.
And lastly, fourth and fortified, it's Steve.
Hey, people say that hanging out with me is like chewing foregum.
Glad you had the foresight for that joke. Alrighty. Welcome everyone to this shit show. Glad to have you back. If you're new or joining us for the first time, this is Show and Tell Live, a weekly comedy improv stream based off of chat suggestions. And we have so many new things planned for you tonight. We just couldn't restrain ourselves. Dan, every time I say we have a new thing, you look panicked, like we didn't plan for it.
Just quickly, oh no.
Dan, get out the arts and crafts. It's time to build a new scene. No, but before we do that, I think it's important that we really look to the future, really make sure that we understand what's coming next in our lives. So what we're going to need from chat are your horoscope signs. Give us your astrological signs, and we will present to you the various futures that are awaiting you for the next week. So feel free to put those in there and keep them coming. We're gonna go ahead and start off with Virgo. So this is for Virgos. Who's starting us off, Dan?
Me.
Oh boy.
All right. Upon sunrise,
You shall.
Find a
Large nut.
In the
large nut,
You will.
be glad.
To smell.
fresh ostrich.
that means
You'll eat.
Well tonight.
It is foretold.
by the stars.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and do Taurus.
Be careful.
To cross.
The road.
On the
Other side.
There shall.
Always be.
Someone waiting.
with a
Big gun.
They don't.
Ask questions.
And will.
not hide.
Their intentions.
So run.
Very fast.
It's been foretold.
By the stars!
Good.
Well, I don't want to do it, but I think we have to. This is for Leo.
All you DiCaprios out there. Ugh. All right. Don't wait.
For your
Life to
Wait for.
You. Fly.
As far
and deep
as you
think you
Can swim.
That's where.
You'll find.
We drowned.
and you
Also drowned.
It has been foretold.
By the stars!
Look, there's a reason Leos aren't water signs, okay?
And we'll do one more. This is for all you Capricorns out there. All you Capricorns out there.
All right. Dream big.
But not too big.
When you
Dream big.
You risk.
Losing everything.
You will.
have to
Buy gold.
Or something.
To earn.
Everyone's respect.
make sure
To carry.
The gold.
On you.
It has been foretold.
By
the
stars! Yes.
Ooh.
I always take my investment advice from the stars.
They know best.
Hashtag by the stars.
Yeah.
Man.
And the most important part is to keep that gold on your person at all times.
Yeah. Buy a lot of it and keep it with you.
So that the Tauruses out there can find you.
Exactly. Exactly. Stars are never wrong. Stars are never wrong. Well, everyone, how are you doing?
I'm good.
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 I did my ASMR stream last night.
Yeah.
It was
I saw you
fun.
reading some real literary classics.
It's true. They are in the common, whatever it's called, where you can read them without worrying.
public domain.
Yeah.
Public domain.
Thinking of
I was like
Creative
common
Commons.
area.
The common area.
If they're on the counter, you can read them. That's how the
The
government
general
works.
space.
Yeah. Disney accidentally sets Mickey down on the counter.
There's a 5-second rule on all intellectual properties.
Yeah. I guess copyright kind of is just calling fives for a really long time.
It's like Disney called fives like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
It's still in place.
Come on, Mom says I get a turn with Mickey.
It's so annoying when people change the rules on you. They're like, oh, well, okay, I called fives 100 years ago, but I called fives again. What can you do?
Yeah.
There's a 5-year grace period before the end of the 100 years where I get to call fives again without penalty.
You kind of joke, but that's basically the concept of squatters' rights, where it's like, wow, who knew?
Are you
learn
saying-
something new?
Disney is the original squatter?
Disney
saying
Channel original
they right.
movie, Squatters' Rights.
Oh my god, have you ever seen those videos where they trace them not actually getting the Mickey
it's
Mouse
so good.
shape?
It's
So
good.
satisfying.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So
Dan,
satisfying.
do you want me to write down Disney as the original squatter for the VOD title?
No, we can't predetermine.
Okay.
Max
You don't-
Evil's
you don't-
big squat.
You don't name the baby till it's all the way out, okay?
Yeah, that's fair.
I think
No,
about
that's the saying.
There's the stream title. You don't name the baby till it's all the way out.
A classic saying.
it's a prank. Whoop! It was a Jeff.
I mean, that's honestly kind of what happened to me. They thought I was going to be a Jake, and then they looked at me and they were like, "Yeah, no."
See, that's also what happened to me, kinda, but different because my parents had prepared girls' names, and then I was a boy, and my parents were like, "Shit," and my dad was like, "Hey, I'm a boy and I've got a name. Let's do that."
Hey, let's just roll with it. Let's go.
Classic.
5-second rule. If we don't name this baby soon, he's gonna be part of the public domain.
Let's just put you on the scale. Oh, I dropped. It's on the counter.
Oh my god.
Oh
Well,
no.
He's the people's baby now.
He's the-
Is that where Disney stars come from?
How you become a child of the mouse.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Wow, that's horrible. We've done bad things and we should feel bad.
But we have gone full circle and let the folks learn something at home.
Speaking of learning things at home, we used to have a suggestion box, but it has disappeared from our site. But somehow, magically, a suggestion still showed up in our suggestion box. And that suggestion was that we needed to be more educational on this stream. So we've gone through the opportunity to learn from our mistakes and to prepare some educational content for you. But we all have, extreme humility. So we thought it would be important that we don't present things that we're experts on. Instead, we've given our presentations to our fellow friends here that they themselves might have to present something that has been unrehearsed to them. In fact, completely blinded in that they have not seen a single slide of it yet. And I drew the shortest of straws, so I will now be presenting to you a presentation that has been prepared by another person.
All right, take it away, Dom.
Excellent. So this is my presentation. As you can see, I've chosen to go with a real simplistic nature here. I thought it was important to deliver the facts and the evidence as they were presented, and not where you get lost in the visuals, so to speak. Next slide, please. Yes, so this is the earnings report for Shareholders Chat and Beyond. My name is Dom Yellow, as you know, and I'm the CEO of Show and Tell Inc. I'm not gonna lie, it was an interesting financial year. I think you all will be pleased with the results, but ultimately, I think good things are coming for us in the future. Next slide, please. Of course, our stonks have never been higher, and I think that that's pretty evident. This is a chart that I had my 4-year-old draw up before on the ride here. As you can see, the line goes up, meaning a good thing has happened. Let's talk about the nitty-gritty, though, right? We wanted to stimulate spending via channel point rewards. Saddlecoin could be the next big Musk purchase. That's right. Even though we've named it a stock, it is actually a cryptocurrency. Very confusing, but that deception is part of what keeps people interested, like Elon Musk. If he will buy this, I think in 12 years' time, people could be using the Saddlecoin stonk to purchase a Tesla. I think that's where our value is headed. Next slide, please. Of course, naturally. Yes, long-term growth, lobbying. We are hiring so many individuals right now. In fact, if you've got a pulse and can sign your name and can take someone out to dinner and have a nice time with them if they're in Washington, we are looking to hire you right now. As part of that, we've decided to deregulate the channel point market. Now, I know that is going to be a controversial opinion, but ultimately, I think this is going to lead to the long-term success of Show and Tell Inc. If we can decrease the tax rate on those who have many channel points, we are going to have some real trickle-down Saddlecoin economics here. Now, I know people have claimed that that doesn't work, but I tell you that as improv is an invisible art form, so too does it come with an invisible hand. Next slide, please. Yes. My Dibble descendingly model. Yes. As you remember, model 1.0, that's trickle down. 2.0, baby, that's Dibble descending. And you know why? Because alliteration gets the job done. If it's alliterative, it has to be true. So as you can see, I'm at the top as kind of an all-seeing eye figure, no reference to any other group or organization. And as you move down, you'll see that everyone gets a little bit less channel points than I do. Workers are compensated. I know in the past that has not always been the case, but now I can 100% say They are compensated, amounts pending. I know it looks like a pyramid, but I assure you that is purely for organizational purposes and shows no actual reflection of the model in which we do business. Next slide, please. Yes. Consider all the possibilities of trading channel points on an open market. Here are my 3 examples, of course. I'm glad I had the opportunity. I usually have to stick to the slides, so there's a little bit of free form for me here. Trading on an open market. Yes, so imagine you come in for the day, right? And you're late because your toaster strudel burnt your mouth and you almost drove off the side of the road getting to work. Well, if you get there in an open market, theoretically, all the good stuff will be gone. So it'll force you to buy things that are more unique that you might not have considered otherwise. Therefore, meaning you could get it on some really good deals, and all because you burned your mouth. Example number 1. Example number 2, in an open market, people are just more honest, right? They're going to talk to each other, give you nice handshakes. You can say, hey, how much money are you making? And they have to tell you by the law because everything is open. And example number 3, the open market never closes. That's right. Bank holidays, federal holidays, weekends, after hours, no such thing. All hours are hours in an open market. Also, it has nice fresh air because it's not as stuffed because it's indoors the whole time. Open market is the way of the future for saddle coin and the rest of the economy. Next slide, please. And lastly, let's bring it home, shall we? Review the notes of what we've talked about today. Things are looking up for Channel Point and Channel Points owners. And I have to say, if you own Channel Points, I hope you will join us in our retreat in the Bahamas, where anyone who has bought in as a partial owner of Saddle, as you hold Saddle coin, we're going to have a full week-long endeavor with yachts and dolphins, and some of you will be compensated as promised. So make sure to check your lottery ticket. If it has an asterisk on it, you did not win, unfortunately. But thank you all, everyone else. Keep investing, and I'll see you at next year's shareholders meeting. Thank you.
See.
Well, I do hope that was informative for everyone out there.
Good, yeah.
For me, yeah.
I didn't know where I stood in the not pyramid, but now I'm glad that I know.
Now,
Well, I'll tell you, it's not the top. That part is reserved. Yes, and Max has now canonically affirmed that my name is Tom Yellow, implying that the rest of you are nothing but your name and color at the end as well. So I'm glad we've solved that mystery.
well, interesting transition. As Alex read, I made some merch, and I think you'll see how it's related once you actually take a look at that merch.
Oh, let's
I'm
go
excited.
to Moich. The people's baby.
No, it's interesting. Our logo was designed by a guy whose last name was Red. So there you go.
Alex, you made our logo?
That's right, Alex.
Well, my distant cousin.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm brother to Hank Green. Do you guys know that?
Are you really? Interesting.
Wow, I'm related to the Pokemon character Blue.
Oh, that's his surname?
That's just the name.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that.
That's before we had enough humans to do 2 names. So, yeah.
My great grandfather invented the purple nurple.
Wow.
The Jimmy Neutron drink of choice? Amazing.
So, I don't want to concern anyone, but I bear good news to the people.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody saw, but Post Malone is headlining a virtual concert. Can you guess where?
I did see this.
You guess whoever hasn't heard the news already.
I don't.
Take a guess. Where? What?
On Fortnite?
Not Fortnite.
Seen this.
I don't know.
I don't know. What's the Doki Doki Literature Club game.
Somehow closer, man. He's doing the concert for Pokemon's 25th anniversary in Pokemon Go.
Oh, Pokemon Go. Not even interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's so weird.
You know, because they just built a game that has like 8 unique stadium locations that he could be headlining in.
No.
But they chose Pokemon Go.
Those
instead.
stadiums are for battling only.
I apologize.
Yeah, what do you think? This is some kind of consumer model where they just rent out the stadiums willy-nilly to make a profit?
We're gonna move into our next game, which is a game called Whelp Review. That's right, the town is getting even bigger. So what we're gonna need to start off with is just a first name, just a general first name, or a title. I don't know. We get fast and loose with the rules here. They are what we make them. That's improv, baby. Oh yes, these are good.
Which part?
Yes, we are pro pocket on women's clothing here at Show and Tell Live. I know it's a controversial stance,
Absolutely.
but we stand with women.
Yeah.
We're gonna
We stand with women and their hands in their pockets.
correct. Yeah, our hands are raised in fists, so theirs don't have to be. We're gonna go with Pete. Just a good old Pete. Sometimes you just need a Pete. And now what we need is a business, some kind of place where commerce happens in a day-to-day life. So if you've got any particularly type of business that you would like us to highlight for today's Whelp Review, go ahead and put that in the comments now. Yeah, ooh, okay, all right.
Alliteration.
But not
Yeah.
phonation.
What?
Did you just look to the demon behind you to check if that was an okay one?
Did I say that right?
Hold up a 10.
Yeah.
Well, they start with the same letter, but they don't start with the same sound. So I was saying not
Yeah.
phonation, because I was like, I don't know what that word is.
Let's go with Pete's Laundromat. I feel like this town definitely needs a laundromat. So this is the Whelp Review. Thank you all for trying really hard to make so many alliterative sentences. But we're gonna go with Pete's Laundromat.
All right, take it away.
I went to Pete's Laundromat the other day because my washing machine was broken. And let me tell you, oh boy, do they have wonderful washing machines there. I got a thorough rinse of my whites and my colors for my laundry, and let me tell you, there wasn't any spillage of a dye. I did lose a sock, but who doesn't in the laundry machine? Oh, 5 out of 5 stars.
I went to Pete's Laundromat because I had a stain on my shirt, and I was hoping that I could just do a load there. I put in quarters and it just spat out quarters, so I put in some other currency and it just spat out other currency. Then a man at the front tapped a sign above the door with a walking stick, and it said arcade tokens only. And I was thinking, oh, it'll just be some like exchange coin machine kind of thing. No, it's arcade tokens. Little suckers had Pac-Man and Ghosts and a Dig Dug on it. I don't know why, but you know, if it gets it clean, good enough for me. 3 out of 5 stars.
I went to Pete's Laundromat about a week ago, and I had the coins on me to go and get a load done. I don't bring my own dish detergent or laundry detergent because you know, they have a little vending machine there too, you know, normally. So I put the arcade tokens into the vending machine to get like a little pot of laundry soap out. and I popped it in there. And when it came, I saw that the types of soap, they had a lot of different ones because they had original, they had extra strong, they had extra weak, and then they had no effect at all. And I just chose the original, but then I went to sleep. I went to bed that night, and I just couldn't sleep because why would you sell a pod that does nothing at all? It almost seemed impossible. 4 out of 5 stars.
I have had the high score on every single wash setting in the laundromat for weeks now, months even. You know, you've got high rinse, you've got high heat, you've got cold water. I've got it all. But then, just last Tuesday, I went in and saw that my bleach record was broken. Some person who apparently thought it was funny to enter their name as VUT just decided to beat my bleach record, and now my whites are second whitest. This is absolutely unacceptable. I will be spending all of my time in the laundromat making sure that I beat that record. But if you're out there, I'm coming for you. 4 stars.
I went to Pete's laundromat, and when I was there, something very strange occurred to me. I just brought my normal laundry with me, but once I started to look further into the settings on the machine, it had your regular settings. You had the whites, you had the fragile, you had the colorful ones, and then there was one that said brain, and I was like, I didn't know that could even get dirty. I didn't use it at all, but it makes you think. With what object do you use that for? Oh yeah, the brain. 3 out of 5 stars.
So, I brought my son here last weekend for one of the birthday parties for the kids in town. We had a good time. He really enjoyed the top loader ball pit that they have, and it like spins too now, so that's great that they fixed that one. I just want to say their rides seemed a little boring recently. All they do is spin. Like I said, you've got the top loader ball pit, then you've got the Rescue Rangers helicopter ride, which just spins you in a circle and plays the noises of a helicopter spiraling out of control out of the air. That's my son's favorite. They've got the animatronic rats there too. And I don't know, it's just a really lovely little place. 5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I don't know how to say this. Me and my chick, we were doing laundry late at night. It was like 3 a.m. or some shit. I don't know. And she was like, hey, go get some soap. And I was like, all right, no problem. So we go up there, and I go up to the little crank machine. And I put the coins in and whatever. And, you know, I found out it was 30 cents cheaper if you do the doesn't do anything soap. So I got some of that soap. But I misread it. It turns out it says does nothing, meaning it turns stuff into nothing. Right? So I put my clothes in there, and I put her clothes in there, and then I put the do nothing soap in there, and then sure enough, an hour later, I opened it up, and there were no clothes. Where did they go? How does the soap dissolve them? And I thought, well, that's weird, because the soap packet was perfectly intact. It was just sitting in there, like it didn't do anything. So the soap does nothing, but it makes things into nothing? Very confusing. Anyways, it was a good excuse to get some new threads. I'm not complaining. 2 out of 5 stars.
Normally when I go to the laundromat, I'm kind of worried that people are going to touch my stuff, you know? Like people are going to take it out and then throw it in some random bin because they want to use the washing machine. So I always try and get there right on time. And I'm very upset to say that not only was my clothes taken out of the laundry machine, but they were taken out of the laundry machine and they were completely strewn about. Someone put all of my clothes on all of the animatronics. They took the clothes and it seems like it was just littered on the ground. Kids were playing with them. They turned into like little ball pit koozies. Like they knitted my clothes into little spheres that they wrapped. It was odd. Who has the time for that? Anyways, 1 out of 5 stars.
I found it. I found it. I thought it was just a rumor. I thought it wasn't true. You know, how could it be true? But I swear I found it. So there I was in the top loader ball pit, right? Like just having a good time, hanging out with my friends. And then I saw this new ride. And it looked like one of the other machines, you know, something that you could just crawl into and spin around for a while, but something was different about it. And so I got inside and there was this little tablet in the middle of it. And I rode on the ride, and next thing I knew, I was in this weird land and I couldn't even see the sky or where it entered or exited. And there were just socks for miles and none of them matched. It was just piles and piles, mountains of mismatched socks. And that's when I knew I discovered it. It was the space between the machines. I thought it was just some spooky tale, you know, something that like that we joke about and tell each other about, that, you know, like Mew behind the truck. But this is real. The space between the machines is real. And you can get there, I swear. 4 stars.
Hi, my name is Ions. I work across the street at the dry cleaner. We tried to implement some of the amusement park rides that we've seen happening at Pete's Laundromat, and we started to get fined by the police for not having amusement park license. I went over to Pete, asked him what was going on, and he said, "Don't ask any questions." I don't think Pete has the permits, but the police keep letting this go on. I have no idea why, but if you want some fun rides that you don't need to tell anyone about, please come over to Daryl's Dry Cleaners across the street. 1 out of 5 stars. I hate you, Pete.
Hi, I worked at Pete's over the summer as a summer job between high school. And I just wanted to say I don't have any socks anymore. They all went somewhere. In fact, I've started seeing everyone not wearing socks in town. I think something got them all. And now there's kids talking to me about the space between the washing machines, and I don't want to go there because I don't get paid enough. I get paid minimum wage, and I was just supposed to clean the gutters or something, and now I have to find the socks for the town, or else the economy is gonna collapse. Anyway, it's a pretty good place to work. 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah. All right. I didn't really know what I was gonna do, right? I always wanted to get into making art, but I wasn't really much of a painter. So I started going to Pete's just to kind of like blow off some steam after my waitering job. And it turns out the machines are pretty easy to program, right? So now me and a couple dudes have been doing hackathons, and we've got ourselves a real community of creators, man. Like, we're making kind of like art and games that people have never seen before. We're having another one this weekend. I figured out how to bypass some of the kill screens, which means that you can actually hook machines up together and you can get some dual multiplayer going. And when I got there, people thought multiplayer was never going to happen at Pete's. But we're making it a reality, me and the guys, we're going to make it happen. So look out for it. I'm hoping we can ship something by the end of the year. 5 out of 5 stars.
All right, enough of this. This is Daryl from Daryl's Dry Cleanings again. I know I messaged earlier, but you know what? I looked deeper because something really did not seem right here. So I dug into the administration. I looked up the permits. All of this is on record at Town Hall. So I went there and I spent all night looking up the permits that have been filed under Pete's Laundromat, okay? And do you know what I found when I was looking for what permit it was that you were able to go and have roller coaster rides and children's rides? It was, when you look at the laws of our town, they say that it is legal to put a child in a dry cleaning machine, in a dryer, which means it can technically be called a roller coaster. So they are technically putting children in washing machines, and for some reason, no one's mad about it. 1 out of 5 stars.
Well, you know, I was having fun for a while at Pete's, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I kind of grew out of it and the appeal's just not really there anymore. You know, some of the rides seem kind of small and not as exciting as they used to be. And like the games are pretty old fashioned. And like some of the things that the hackathon guys are doing is cool, but like I could still just like, I have a washing machine and dryer back at home. And I feel like I could just, you know, play those games back at home and they're more exciting and better developed. So like, I don't know, maybe this whole arcade experience isn't really for me anymore, but it could be for some people. So 3 stars.
Look, I've been reading all your guys' comments on here. It's me, Pete, from Pete's Laundromat. Look, I'm tired of all of you saying that the rides aren't good enough. You've seen any other place that's got rides that you can get on for free? Look, I'm just saying, if you want to go to where the socks are, the land with the missing socks, you better get in that washing machine. Don't think that just because I can hit the brainwash setting doesn't mean that anything different's gonna happen. And to anyone out there, including that numbnuts Daryl from the dry cleaner across the street, don't think I don't know how to put a body in a washing machine and accidentally put in the do-nothing detergent. That's all. Keep your mouth shut and go get yourself some coins and put them in my slots. 5 out of 5 stars.
That really reframes the whole business, doesn't it?
Whoa.
Gotta say, we were very light on murder and eldritch horror.
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed
Thank you for putting us back on course.
Good. No,
it seemed like a fun, whimsical family
Yeah.
yeah.
Family oriented.
Oh,
Except for the brainwash.
play.
it's only implied until the
Which children's media that was popular in the 80s didn't have a little bit of brainwash in it?
end. Yeah. They don't even know Pete's real name. It's Brian Uranus Tattershaw.
Whoa.
I thought you were just gonna say his real name is Peter.
Dun dun dun.
No.
On this week's episode. But alas, we have more learnings for tonight. So now, without not mistaken, Dan, it's your turn to
Yes.
present your knowledge to
Yes,
us.
of course. All right. Hi, everyone. I've worked very hard on this presentation. I hope you all are very excited to learn something today. As I've been sort of watching media and like consuming a lot of social media and other stuff, I just realized I'm sort of just getting this like slush of like nonsense. And I just wanted to take a moment for us all to just learn something, reflect, and be able to discuss something as a community. All right, here we go. Next slide. Okay, my favorite word, you know, vocab has been something near and dear to my heart. And I gotta say, my favorite word is calpiginian. That's my favorite word. I could use it in a matter of different sentences. Now, calpiginian, what exactly does it mean? Well, I'm about to tell you. It basically... So imagine window shopping. It doesn't mean exactly window shopping, but if you could picture it, right? You're walking through a mall, right? You could see maybe there's an M&M world, maybe there's, as you could see, maybe a pet shop, right? When you look through a window and you're shopping, calpiginian, right? That is the feeling you get when you want to obtain something, but there's a barrier between it. So it's sort of it's the desire for a want without any means to get it. All right, next slide. Now, look, we've all been there. We're at the mall. we're going mad because we can't get what we want on the other side of the window. We might go a little crazy, am I right? We might just go into our dad's tool shed, for example, take out a chainsaw and just go crazy, right? Because how else are you gonna get through glass when you're window shopping, right? But needless to say, if we actually look into one of the Norwegian origins of the word Kalafiajin, we'll actually figure out the real answer to the second definition that the word actually has. If you've got questions, I've got answers. That's been my motto this whole time, because the second meaning of the word is that answers are out there. If a question is proposed, it means that an answer must exist to that question. So, you might not know where the answers are, but I could. You could. You know, answers are a free market, how you say. It's something that is obtainable. Now, if you look here, here's a map of all the known answers in the universe, right? It looks very convoluted. It looks very questionable, right? Questionable. I wrote that joke down on the bottom, sorry. And when you think about it, I remember when I was a small kid and I was like, why do they make items green as a marketing ploy? And I kept thinking about, why am I so sexually attracted to the green M&M, right? And I found the answer to both those questions. It's because as a child, I ate Grinch pancakes that I think was at IHOP, all right? And with that, I went on this Kalapiajan journey on my own. And that's what I'm here to open up for you, to explain how you can go on a Kalapiajan journey of your own. Here we go. Look. You could think of a question and an answer as two parts of a Venn diagram, right? And their synergy is right in the middle, because there's thousands of questions, thousands of answers, but the middle is where sense is start to be made. So let's look here. I put myself with this cute koala because the picture genuinely does work on Tinder, as I found out. So on the left, you'll see Spencer Tracy, Ernest Hemingway, the famous book or movie that we all love. Now, on the right, you'll see a cupcake made to look like a turkey. So, as we can see, this question and answer do not intersect. So it is very hard to get your Kalapiajan experience from this. But if we look at it from a different angle, you'll be able to see that maybe what these two have in common, that are answers to the questions that the other proposes, is that imagination from childhood carries over to adulthood, right? As a child, you might make that cupcake, but as Hemingway grew up, he decided to, instead of make treats, to make treats of the mind in the form of a book. Now, to wrap things up here, I just gotta say, Oprah, your network is mine, okay? This Kalajian way is going to make waves across America, and I'll never tell if you give it to me, all right? Look, I'm not gonna say that I found this out under the moonlight or anything else, but I'm just saying a little bit of culture can be created here. Now, I do have my book out. It is called Kalajian, The Way of Ian. That was my father's name. He taught me a lot of this too. And if you go to my website right now, I will give you 10% off for when you register for an online account on your first book, all right? Now, remember, any question has an answer. And any answer you can find is worth questioning. Thank you.
Wow, I feel like such a learned man now.
Yeah.
I feel like I've
too.
learned so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
There's a lot of high art in what you did there. A lot of philosophy.
God.
Yeah, it's my favorite word, and I just gotta spread it as much as I can.
Yeah.
I definitely
I
don't
think
look
that
at it.
Max's, presentation, and he gets very philosophical as well. But I'm really excited.
Yeah, I definitely don't have to look at that word every time I try to say it. No, sir. It's just such an impactful word that you need to look at it to say it.
Well, it's fascinating that you can have a word that's pronounced differently every time you say it. You know, most words, they pick one pronunciation, just kind of go with
one
it,
is the English pronunciation, and the other is the Norwegian.
the Norwegian one, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
My bad.
It's interpretive. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Many connotations.
It's important to remember a word's roots sometimes.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then harvest those roots and cook them because they're edible roots.
Makes
Otherwise
them
known as legumes.
That's what that
I don't think legumes are actually root vegetables.
No!
Steve, do you have a presentation for us?
Oh, are we doing the back-to-back one right now?
No.
Oh, there is no.
We're gonna move on to our next game, which is a game normally
Oh,
a solo
boy.
Oh,
down.
you got a solo down.
About what? What am I singing about? I forgot how solo
I thought
downs
that
work.
was interesting that you two have very different approaches to delivering information to our audience.
Yeah, you know, some of us want a more clear, concise message.
Well, we all have sort of different specialties and areas of
True.
interest, I think. And then we all have different methods of teaching, I feel like. So I feel like all 5 of these presentations are probably going to be, they'll probably have some similarities, but also a lot of differences.
Yes.
Many uniquenesses.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dan, I'm ready. You can put me in there.
All right, sing away.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Education is important. You have to learn a lot. If you do not, your brain you cannot trot. If you want to get out of this joint, come and listen to 3 more PowerPoints. Oh.
Hey!
Oy, oy, oy.
The old brain trot.
Ye old
We'll
brain.
get you.
We'll get ya. We're going to move on to our next game, which is a game that we have decided to add a fun twist on.
Oh no, I
We'll
forgot.
see how this goes.
Oh, here we go. We all had this stupid idea that we love, and we're just going to see if it works.
Yes, and baby. So normally we play a game called genre storytelling, but you all are genre pros at this point. I don't need to tell you what a genre is. But we thought maybe y'all were getting a little too comfortable with genres, so we decided to mix it up. So this game is called Fontra Storytelling. That's right, this week we don't want genres, just put fonts in chat. Just start naming some fonts, and we're gonna tell a story inspired by fonts.
Alright.
We're each
Yes.
going to tell a story in that font.
In that font, yeah, we're gonna tell a story in font.
Oh my God.
Alrighty. Yep, keep those fonts coming. We're gonna need a number of them. Okay. Yes. Wingdings 1, Wingdings 2, and Wingdings 3, of course. Alrighty. Steve, you're gonna take Britannic Bold. As Dan furiously hits the keyboard. Amazing. Max, you're just gonna give us a nice, sweet Helvetica.
Okay.
Some Helvetica for Max. Wow, we should not have let motion design in here for this game. They're too knowledgeable. Alrighty. Alex, you're gonna give us a nice Ariel.
Ariel?
It is.
Ariel.
It's Ariel with an A, right?
Yeah.
Yes, pronounced
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless if there's another font. called
Yeah, just
Ariel.
wanted to make sure.
Spell it
Uh,
Disney princess. So.
Yep. And Yeah, Dan, you're gonna give us Impact, man. The Rice Classic Impact.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. I'm gonna scramble.
All right, and now
try
what we
to
need
find
to
this
get
file.
started is just a title for this story. It could be any title you want. It does not need to be font related. If you want to put some random words together and make a title, we'll take that too. We're not picky. But oh boy, I'm nervous.
Yeah, if you can create some kind of a phrase with a couple of fonts, bonus points to you.
Yes. The swift
But-
fox jumps over the lazy dog for you.
Aerial impact. That's a
Mm.
phrase.
It's funny though because I do just picture the mermaid running into something. Oh boy, amazing.
Do I? Oh no.
What's wrong, Dan?
I don't have all these fonts.
Didn't download Impact?
I said not
Yeah, how do
all
you not
of
have
them.
Impact?
I have Impact. I said I don't have all of them.
You don't have double Impact? What?
Just draw them by hand perfectly.
Yeah, just do that. We're gonna, you know what? I think this was another recommendation, but we're just gonna take it. The title of this story is Lucidia Calligraphy.
All right, hold on. I need time.
Take your time, Daniel. Take your
I
time.
need to look up what the fuck Britannica Bold looks like.
It's Britannic Bold, not Britannica Bold.
The Britannica. Okay, I'm gonna get some lookalikes here.
Oh, some pretenders to the throne.
Don't mind me.
Dang. I hope y'all appreciate this. It's
The title should be "What is Britannica Bowl?"
All right, what's the title?
It's Lucidia Calligraphy. It's in chat if you need it spelled.
Lucida.
Lucida Calligraphy.
Lucida.
Lucida. I hardly know her.
Hi.
Heyo!
Wow!
All right. They
Take
might not all
points
be
away from
perfect, but who is? All right. Here we go.
All right, let's go ahead and start off with Helvetica.
In a faraway land, there was once a young woman who had a dream. And that dream was to find her dog who had gone missing years and years ago. But this was no ordinary dog. This dog would save the world.
Ariel.
She wrote posters for the dog. It's important for everyone to know exactly what the dog looked like, what it sounded like, what it responded to. Everyone had to look for the dog, and everyone did in the town. The town was suddenly abuzz with looking for this dog for this poor girl.
Britannica Bold.
And so they brought their horses out to search for the dog and hunting party, and the posse wrangled up together for the mid-morning hunt. They strolled out into the meadows far beyond the village, and lo and behold, they spotted tracks down there.
Impact.
Yo, those tracks look like a damn Miata. No, that's what they all said. Everyone was like, man, we gotta find that dog. So they all go skirt, skirt. They're driving around there. They're like, man, we gotta get this dog. And then out of the bushes, the dog comes out. It's like, woof, 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 woof. And they're like, dang, there's the dog.
Britannic.
And lo, the dog did appear unto them, but they were not too keen as to misinterpret the signs of the world, and from the bushes that the dog had emerged,
Helvetica.
From the bushes that emerged was an angel in sight, and she said, I have come to you because you've reunited with your dog, and for that I reward you for your great service.
Ariel.
The angel gave a reward to the dog and to the girl. Together they were inseparable. Soon they were able to take on any challenge that had faced them. They could roam the earth knowing that as long as they had each other by their side, they could take on the world.
Impact.
And that's when the UFOs came crashing down and they're like, we need that dog, girl. And he's like, no, this is my dog. So they went into a giant fist fight with this UFO, right? And
Helvetica.
it's like,
The fist fight was not one of fists, it was one of philosophy. And the aliens realized that there was nothing greater than love, and the love that the girl had for the dog was the greatest love in the entire universe.
And that love powered them onward into their lives, and so the aliens were defeated by the very love and friendship shared between human and companion.
Impact.
and they were like, yeah, dog, you're my dog. And then they high-fived up in the air and they're like, I told you would save the world. You're the greatest. Have a treat. Oh,
Ariel.
The dog ate the treat, and both of them walked off into the sunset. It was beautiful, and it was even more beautiful because they were both there together.
Helvetica.
But then, in the far distance, there was a small piece of the spaceship of the invaders who came. And it was one alien. And that alien took off a mask. And that alien was
Impact.
the angel.
The alien? It was the angel the whole time! Alright, that's the end of story 1. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to work on the story while I'm going to middle school.
The end. Wow, fascinating. It was truly magical hearing you all interpret fonts into personalities into a narrative combined story.
Well, this is the kind of things that people get Nobel Prizes for literature for, right?
Correct. Pulitzer,
good.
even. Pulitzer.
Yeah.
Exceptional. But of course, I think we've got some more knowledge that needs to be bestowed upon the people. So we're now having a presentation by Alex. Alex?
That is correct. All right, let me just get this. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to my presentation. I'm really glad that you could join me. This is my presentation. I am Alex. So it was written by me, it was directed by me, produced by me. I did do the sound mixing for this as well. The production design is by me, and of course, it's starring me, Alex. That's me. So welcome to my presentation. Next slide, please. This is why Paul Revere sucks mad eggs. Man, screw Paul Revere. That guy sucks, all right? It's one thing if you're like in the Revolutionary War and like fighting the British and like, you know, just duking it out, like fighting for your freedom. It's another thing to go running through the streets and be like, oh, they're coming after us. Like, duh, Paul Revere, we know. God, 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, 3 if by you're a fucking crybaby. Next slide. Reason number 1, the lanterns, all right? Paul Revere had to look up at some gaslight little lantern. Like, think about it. There was no electricity back then, okay? None whatsoever. So Paul Revere had to use these little oil lamps to figure out if they were coming by land or by sea. Like, are you serious? There's so many flaws in this problem. What if one of the lanterns blows out? What if they're not strong enough or they can't get one of them to light? What if they burn down the clock tower that they were in? It's just no planning whatsoever. Next slide. Reason 1.5, because I'm not done with these fucking lanterns yet. Look at these things. Look at how stupid this thing is. Of course this was a bad idea. No one looks at this dinky ass lantern that looks like it's fucking glued together by fucking Elmers and thinks, oh, yeah, this is going to change the way this country operates for the next, oh, I don't know, forever, okay? You don't depend on these things. These suck. They're stupid lanterns that suck. Next slide. Reason 1, number 1.8. I can list
3 less stupid ways to alert the rebels about the incoming British forces than lanterns. Okay, think about it. Number 1, you could have had someone with a note that just passes the note to each person so that they all see the note, because then there's no confusion instead of relying on one guy to interpret what the lanterns are going to be. Number 2, how about if everybody has a camp out over on the shore, and then when they get up, everyone can look out onto the shore and be like, there's no boats, I guess they're coming by land. Number 3, again, the wind can blow out the lanterns. So why don't you instead just make like a big stone statue that can't be blown over, and then you like, I don't know, knock over the statue to the east if they're coming by land, and knock over the statue to the west if coming by sea. Literally anything is smarter than the lanterns, Paul Revere. Literally anything. Next slide. Finally, here's reason number 2. He's a stinky poo-poo head, all right? Paul Revere, not a cool guy. He was just looking for an excuse to flex the fact that he had a horse and could ride it through town. Do you think the average person in a revolutionary town, like during that era, had their own horse that they could just get onto in the wee hours of the morn and ride it through town screaming at people? He had the privilege to go and yell and wake people up. And this doo-doo head just is all of a sudden a hero of the American people. Like, come on. There is, one, no way that Paul Revere was ever going to get to everyone in the town. So I really doubt that this one dude on his horse woke everybody up and told them that the British were coming. And then also, just, he smelled bad. He smelled really bad because a lot of people back then did. And this dude had a horse, and horses smell bad. So you know Paul Revere had to smell bad. Next slide. Thank you, everyone, so much for coming. I really hope that you enjoyed my presentation, and I hope that you learned a lot today. If you have any questions, unfortunately, I will not be taking them. So this is the end of my presentation. Thanks.
Wow.
Incredible.
It's like watching National Treasure all over again.
It's very historic, I know.
I was waiting for reason 1.8.1 after the finish.
I thought about, you know, but I decided I wasn't making a presentation, so I couldn't.
That makes sense. I see how that works.
Was that presentation edited by you?
Oh, yes. You know, I did have to get a little bit of help with the editing.
Okay.
But I refuse to credit them, so.
Okay, cool.
Yes, of course.
The unpaid, unmentioned intern of Show and Tell Live.
Yeah.
Camera guy's got to be doing something.
Yeah, exactly. Keep them busy.
Keep them compensated sometimes.
Sometimes.
They
will be compensated.
We do claim the cameraman is a dependent on our taxes, so
yes.
keep them around.
People want to know, Alex Red, did you have a ghostwriter?
No, that was a passion project of mine, actually. So
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Mr. Red.
Alrighty, we'll keep.
Hey, Gumboots.
Hey, thank you, Gumboots. 13 months. Hey, yo.
Whoa.
Wow.
13th month streak, no less. Thank you,
Unlucky.
guys.
Multiplier. That would get you
Good.
a high score at Pete's, no doubt. We're gonna go ahead and go into our next game, which is a game called The Dating Game. So what we're gonna need is for Steve to come on. Get out of here, Steve.
Is this because I'm bad at dating?
Shoot.
Yeah, get out of here, Steve.
Fine.
All right.
All right, Max, take us away.
Okay, sure. I'm playing the dating game. You know it well. We're going to need 3 things for these lovely contestants to have about themselves. The first thing I am going to need is who's number 1? Who's contestant number 1? Dom? You are? Dom has a secret. What's Dom's secret? That's the first thing we're going to need.
I was on a work call, with many people that are my colleagues now. I'm relatively new to the company. And out of instinct, we were on the Zoom chat, and somebody said, "Oh, and that's where the new role for Dom comes in." And I went like this without even thinking. And I was just like, "Oh, this is a work." And like I could see immediately that like a lot of people who weren't paying attention didn't get it, but there was like 3 or 4 girls who were dying. They like muted themselves, and I was like, "Damn it, I made a horrible mistake."
Fantastic. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one, Crabstar. You played James Bond in an unreleased movie.
Of course I did.
That's your secret. All right. Moving on. Alex is made of some material. What material is Alex made of?
Boyfriend material, am I right?
Heyo!
Heyo!
Puts its lotion on its skin.
Oh no! Oh, that brings a whole new meaning to boyfriend material.
Oh, my goodness.
Frankenstein.
Well, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Gorilla Glue. You are made out of Gorilla Glue. And then finally, Dan has a very specific deal breaker. Where he cannot date someone
Too good looking.
for a. Oh, what was it?
Too good looking.
Yeah, exactly. He can't date someone if they complete a very specific requirement. So what's the deal breaker? What's the deal breaker
this
for
is
Dan?
like my deal breaker that if
Yeah.
I see it in other people I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a deal
You're like,
breaker I have, which is why
No,
no one
no.
will be with me.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like I won't date you if blank.
Okay.
Use adverbs.
God damn
God.
it. Ugh,
It doesn't have to be that one. I just think it's very funny.
I can handle it.
You can handle it, Dan?
Unless if you see something better, man. You're in charge. Look, I've crashed bigger ships before. All right.
Wow, I just googled adverb quickly just to kind of reaffirm some things.
Yeah.
I feel like I almost exclusively speak in adverb. Now I'm looking at like the suggestions list.
Exclusively,
Exclusively.
Oh.
Yeah.
right there.
But I'm saying it's like gently, quite, then, there.
It's just anything that describes a verb.
If they
Usually
have
ending
hair or don't own a yacht. Can't sing Kumbaya. Don't like Smurfs too. All right, there's a lot of good ones here. Okay, Dan, you can't date someone if they don't like Smurfs too.
Smurfs 2.
Specifically.
Gotta
Okay.
be a Smurfs 2 fan.
Okay. Well,
Can you remind me, because I fully have forgotten mine.
Yes, you have played the role of James Bond in an unreleased movie. That is your secret.
do
Close.
you know how long my title is under my second name?
You can do
just
must
put Smurfs 2 fan.
like Smurfs too.
No, I want the whole restriction.
Must like
that way
Smurfs
when
too,
Steve, so
or
that way
must
when
like
Steve gets
Smurfs
it exactly,
also?
everyone is
Oh.
more impressed. Oh, freak.
Alrighty, Jeff. How are we looking?
Hold on. The font. It must be just right.
He's putting too much effort into his Smurfs 2 thing.
All right. We are ready. All right. Take it away.
Hello and welcome to the 35th season of The Dating Game. This week, like every week, we have a fantastic host of contestants for our wonderful Bachelor. Bachelor, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Oh, hi there. My name's Chuck, and I like some sports. I like some soccer, and I think that's what they call it. It's the one where you kick the ball around.
Fantastic, Chuck. What are you looking for tonight?
I just wanted to say hi to my folks back at home. Hello there, and I guess I'm on a dating show.
That's right. And I hope you're looking for love, because that, I think, is what our contestants are ready to give you. Let's find out, at least with contestant number 1. Why don't you introduce yourself, contestant number 1?
I think I've got a name that needs no introduction, and I just wanted to say I too am a fan of sports. Of course, we call it football where I'm from, but I appreciate the effort nonetheless. I just want to say that I'm a gentleman who knows how to treat people right, and I've been around the world, so I appreciate the special kind of talent that's in you.
Fantastic. Contestant number 2.
Oh, I'm looking to get fixed up on a good date.
Okay, and contestant number 3.
Hi, my name's Joel, but you could call me Papa. I'm here because I love movies, and I want to share every movie with you that I know.
Fantastic. Now, Chuck, I'm sure you have many questions for our lovely contestants.
Yeah, I did a little research before the show, and I got some note cards prepared. So I wanted to ask everybody what their favorite place that they have been on a date is and why.
Contestant number 1.
I don't really know if it counts as a date, but I've made love in an active volcano before, and I have to say, the environment wasn't the only thing that's hot. The other things were the lasers.
Fantastic. Contestant number 2.
Oh, well, I like stay-at-home dates, you know. I consider myself pretty handy, so, you know, if you have anything that needs fixed or is broken or anything like that, I can help you.
Great. And finally, contestant number 3.
I think my favorite date had to be my first time. I'm trying to remember, I think it was back in around 2014-ish. I remember sitting in that theater and just being blown away. My date wasn't too into it, but hey, it was still my favorite date, even if I had to leave them immediately after.
Great.
Wow. And this part, I have a question for each of the contestants. Contestant number 1, I hope I'm not being too forward here. But do you like bondage?
Well, I've been tied up before, and I have to say, for a certain amount of time in such a position, you get used to it. Of course, I won't admit to anything too personal because it's important to keep my identity relatively on the down low.
All right. And contestant number 2, I have problems with sticky things. How would you help me with this?
Oh, I'm really good with sticky things. I can help you out a lot because I'm the best at it.
Oh, okay, wonderful. And contestant number 3, my favorite song is "I'm Blue, Dabu Dee Dabu Da." What is your favorite song?
You know, that's got to be my other one as well. You know, other than the opening theme, the middle theme, the ending theme, basically the whole soundtrack to my favorite movie, I would have to say that's probably right underneath all of those, yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. And I think I've got one last question for the group.
Go ahead.
Okay. If you were to get some kind of vehicle for me for a gift, what would it be, and why would it symbolize our relationship?
I have to think that our relationship is one that would be fluid and dynamic. You know, some days our love might be a boat, but then other days our love might need to be a car. And I want to make sure that no matter what precarious situation we find ourselves in as a couple, if we need to jet ski into a helicopter, we're going to have a vehicle there that can carry the weight of our love.
I think my vehicle would be a really strong Humvee that could handle like trips through the jungle or something, because no matter what, it'll hold together. And that's like my relationship is it's a very strong bond.
I would have to say our vehicle would be a flower that gets gusted by the wind. As far as I can remember, I believe that's how in my favorite movie they move around. And I think that would be something great to do on our second date, because the second is always better than the first.
Fantastic. Well, contestant, it seems like you've really connected with, Chuck, it seems like you've really connected with our contestants here. Why don't you walk us through the most exciting part of the show, who you will pick for a date?
Oh, okay. Well, this is the hard part from what I've been watching. I don't do a lot of physical exercise because I've got a pacemaker, so I can't have too much going on with the ticker, which is why I unfortunately cannot go with contestant number 1, who I believe is James Bond. I know European hotties are on the market these days, as the internet ads are telling me, but I just it's a little too much action and excitement for me. And as for contestant number 2, I know my dog loves his Kong, but personally, I don't think I could find room in my pacemaker for the gorilla from Gorilla Glue. And so I'm going to have to ask contestant number 3 to be the Smurfette to my Papa Smurf cosplay when we go out, because their favorite movie is the Smurfs animated movie with the real life people from way back in the day.
And how do you feel about it?
I think it's okay.
Oh, God, no. I'm not going with them. Take them back.
Wait, no.
Take them back.
Sorry, everybody. Sometimes that's what happens on the dating show. Usually we like to find love, but sometimes, you just can't force it. Well, that's all for this week. Come back next week for The Dating Game.
See?
Hey.
Oh, boy.
How'd I do?
You were very close on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, real solid.
Very close.
John was technically an actor of James Bond for an unreleased movie, which is close. We did a lot of very nuanced quirks. They certainly weren't.
Yeah, we let Max pick, is what Max is saying.
So yeah,
Good job, though.
it was. Yeah, it was.
Wait, so what was Alex?
Gorilla
was-
Glue.
He was made out of Gorilla Glue.
Oh, okay.
And mine was that I won't date anybody who doesn't like the movie Smurfs 2.
Yep.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, I technically only talked about the original Smurfs,
It's
yeah.
true, but I can imply how you think about the other ones because
which Chuck may not like the original Smurfs, but Steve Blue went dressed as a Smurf to a screening of Smurfs when it came out.
well, you
Wow.
have to. They're your
Wow.
cousins. You gotta support them.
And we got lunch before the movie, and I ordered a burger, and they let me put my name down as Smurf, and the servers were not happy about it.
Okay, but here's the thing. Were you the only one dressed as a Smurf?
So our group that got together, I was the only one painted blue, but everybody else was wearing blue shirts and white pants in our group.
Do you have pictures?
No, because we were keeping that a secret.
You painted yourself blue and thought, this will be a good secret.
No, we got there too early as well. So random
Oh, God.
we're like, oh, can I get a picture?
Are you part of the show?
That was great.
You could say that you got there too early and blew it.
Whoa!
Heyo!
There it is.
Oh.
All right. Are we ready to learn more, Did?
I don't know how my brain could potentially take any more knowledge in tonight, but alas, it must. So I think it is time to move on to our next presentation for the evening.
Well, Dom, you better prepare because you've got at least 2 knowledges to get left.
That's a lot of knowledges.
So much knowledge to learn.
So much
All right.
knowledge.
Who is
It's
up
Steve.
next? It's Steve.
It's me.
All right. Start your knowledge.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name, as you know, is Stephen Blue, and I'm here to teach you today about a lot of different things. Here I have prepared a presentation aptly named, and underneath is my name with the color blue. That's just how I sign everything. I don't actually write my last name. I just put the color there. Next slide, please. So, you all may be asking lots of questions about me today, and quite frankly, I'm here to answer every single one of them, especially about lingable things. Now, you may be wondering what lingable things are, and that is what my presentation is about today. So next slide, please. You might know of lingere and lingering as close to loitering, but what you may not know is what things are lingable and what is not lingable. So as we can clearly see, the Lord Bacon run of the Newfoundland postage stamp, lingable. Cactuses, especially the flowering frond kind, lingable. Ice cream and mice, not so lingable. Next slide, please. And as we consider what things are lingable and what are not, we really need to get to the heart of the question. And that is, am I lingable? Do I go around wearing lingerie or lingering in the mall like those kids? Well, we're here to discuss that. Next slide, please. Now, I don't care what any of the rumors you may have heard have said. I'm here to definitively answer the question of lingability. There are 3 key factors to lingability. One of them is me. I am the most lingable of the group, and as the most lingable, I am honestly the best person to be able to present this topic to us. The second most lingable person in the group is Dan, obviously, being the color purple. But the second key factor to lingability is lungability. And as the member who can breathe the hardest, I am in the running for the most lingable character on the show. And the final key factor to lingability is likability. Now, I won't go as far to say as I'm the most likable, but I'm still quite near the top. So that combined with my already established pre-existing lingability, my lungability, and my likability all go into my total lingability, or lingability super, as we like to call it in the business. Next slide, please. Now, you've probably become so invested in this presentation that you don't know what slide we're on anymore, and I don't either. So that's why I wanted to yell at the scientific community right now, because they have questioned my motives and my mediums as long as I have been lingable. So I want to address some of the concerns for lingability, and I want to say none of it is rooted in science because science isn't real. Science allows you to do things like learn and grow as a human being, whereas the lingable among us know all you need is some essential oils. So if there's another slide, I would like to continue onto it. So to kind of begin wrapping up our discussion on lingability, I want to make sure that everybody here leaves as curious as you are, willing to accept lingability into your life. And I want to thank you for coming today. Do not worry. Do not address the fact of the cat. I will not be answering questions about that today. I don't know who put this in my presentation. I wasn't supposed to be there. But just go and be lingable in your life.
See.
Oh, wow. Steve, I really appreciate your ability to just call your shots when you see them and take each one in stride.
Very
Really
nicely done.
Wow.
I think we've all learned some valuable life lessons here today, and I hope we continue to take those with us as we move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Good thing that's all of them.
it's sort of awkward because the lingability has sort of been the aggressor cult against the Callipygian cult, and it's sort of awkward that I didn't realize we were on opposite sides here, Steve.
I think if you take the time to learn the origins of those, you'll find that in modern society, those words are actually not at any kind of conflict at all. But we'll continue to move forward with our next game, which is a brand new game. So,
What?
New game?
yeah, that's right. Lots of new things tonight.
Wait. You're telling me we did presentations, Fontra storytelling, a
That
bunch of
happens.
the old stuff, and there's still a new game?
But wait, there's more.
Do they deserve it?
I think we're gonna have to give it to them.
Have they been good this year? Did we check our list?
All I know is that if it's on a set list, it can't be skipped. That's the way it works.
Wait,
That's
Dom,
how it
are you
always
just trying
works.
to get our Q1 numbers up?
What? No.
Oh,
Look, we're not paying dividends, so we gotta reward them somehow. What's this? Things are getting crazy. So this is a new game called College Essay. So the way this game works is Steve is going to get a simple phrase from the chat. They will then pass this phrase on to Dan, who will have to, for lack of a better word, bullshit the phrase longer to take up more space on the page. And then I will have to translate that and make it even more longer and even more confusing. And then Alex will receive that and have to do the same. And then finally, it'll go to Max, who will then have to be the teacher in the whole situation and decode the message that Steve was trying to say in the first place. It's as simple as that. It's we put literally no more thought into it, but Dan made a nice background, so we're gonna play it. And without further ado, Steve, it's your stream to take.
All right. So once everybody goes off the air, from chat, I'm
still
gonna
here.
need a common phrase or idiom, something short. Keep it short and simple, sweet, to the point. That I can present to our lovely panel of esteemed students to present in essay format. Yeah, song lyrics, popular song. Make sure they're popular lyrics or popular phrases, because I don't listen to indie or alternative. I'm pop all the way. As they say in my industry, Katy is my lady. I only listen to Katy Perry albums. All right, great. I've got one. Motion, thank you for your suggestion. And Daniel,
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. What is the phrase?
All right, Daniel. The phrase you have been gifted as your essay topic is, "My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard."
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Dom. You ready, Dom? Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. The frozen dairy beverage that I own can summon not only all those of male and other descent or identification to the front of the house at which I live, particularly within the grass region.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. You ready?
Yep.
Alrighty. Oh, put myself up here. When a sweet tooth is upon you, it is important to find yourself a beverage served in a semi-liquid form made of bovine output in order to summon individuals who would be desirable and thus worthy of a social praise to a location specifically specified for one's domicile that resides outside of the established mortar of the building and foundational structure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I concur.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. When one is to happen upon a craving, one is typically not alone in these cravings. There are usually cravings that are consistent throughout humanity, and that craving may consist of a particular refreshment, which consists of below temperate conditions, as well as possible influence from mammalian creatures, and usually added to with flavoring to make it sweeter. That respite from the harsh warmth of the day can be enticing to those who are of an influence in a certain identity. That identity may find themselves congregating in such a place that is not only less desirable for survivability, as shelter being one of the main components in survival, but also adjacent to that shelter, typically in a foremost positioning.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay, yeah.
So, all I'm saying is, don't drink the milk if you can't handle the kitchen.
And scene.
Yep, that's it. Nailed that. Oh my goodness, Max.
Oh, Max, you are are truly the wisest among us all.
Perfect.
Truly the wisest. Brilliant. Keep this game. Got it. Good to know.
Oh my god. I need to make that into merch.
Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Appreciate it. What's up?
Jesus
Ooh.
Christ.
I'm sweating. I was too good.
Do I get to know what it was?
You
No.
want to know? Well, Steve spoke.
All right.
I feel like that means that Steve, you got an A. You were able to bullshit it long enough that you deceived the professor. Good job.
Okay.
Preston's not like,
Good
wait a
work,
minute,
everybody.
isn't this just longer?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, such beautiful abstractions throughout. That was good.
Mhm.
Oh boy. Well, how's what's anyone doing anything fun this weekend? I know I feel like that's a weird question in these times, but
It's a 3-day weekend.
is it?
True, yeah.
President's Day on
Oh, yeah.
Monday.
Oh,
I
I should check if my British company knows it's President's Day on Monday. I don't think they do, to be honest.
Yeah, because
Hey, my French company does.
you're gonna be in hours of prayer, right? And that's why you won't be able.
The most famous religious holiday in America, President's Day.
I said, when Melissa told me that she had off because of that, I was like, why do we still have this holiday? What is the purpose other than having off work?
Oh my God, the irony of celebrating President's Day shortly after an impeachment trial is truly unprecedented.
Beautiful.
Pup loves the snow. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds very fun and cute.
That is cute. What kind of pup is it?
It's a pup.
Anybody have Valentine's Day plans? That's Sunday.
Well, I tried to schedule a game of D&D this weekend, but apparently other people have plans.
Me, Melissa, Max, and Jason are all gonna make homemade pizza and make our
Wow.
dough and everything else with the.
Does that mean you're gonna hire a contractor to put a brick oven in your house and only use it once?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hurt the resale value?
No, we got a fire pit in the bag.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that.
Oh.
That sounds like fun.
So, I don't know why I always ask for people what their dog breeds are, because I don't know any dog breeds, and I feel like, I was saying this the other day, I feel like I missed the day in school where everyone learned about dog breeds, and like I was just sick that day, because I feel like everyone knows every dog breed, and I just don't. Like,
I don't know
I don't know.
anyone either.
I'm pretty
Well,
bad.
I will say I had an unusually high understanding of dog breeds because I had like a book of just like each page was one breed and like the different types of that breed. Like if it was a page on dachshunds, there was short-haired, wire-haired, and long-haired dachshunds. Just
Didn't
on the
know.
one page, and it was like this like inch and a half thick.
so you mean to tell me that not only did I miss the day where they taught it, I also missed the take-home test that came with it? No wonder I'm so behind. I'll never catch up.
Damn.
I one time I was like actually did miss a day of like school in high school, and I borrowed some kids' notes. And he did his and signs in a weird way, which is like kind of like that reverse 3 that looks like a money sign. And I got so tired of having to retranslate my brain and that I just started writing it that way. And now to this day, that's exactly how I write the and sign, which is like, and purely because I borrowed this kid's note my freshman year of high school and was too lazy to translate it. But,
Wait,
never know what's going to
senior
stick
year in
with
high
you.
school?
No,
You said?
freshman year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I learned the ampersand for some reason, and I forget why. I think it was so that for like a test, I would be able to write and faster. It wasn't for like general use purpose.
Wow.
Well, the thing
Very
is,
practical.
it's not an ampersand though, Steve. It's
Yeah,
not-
no, I know what you're talking about now, but I write and as an ampersand personally.
Mainly, in like my own notes, like my shorthand, I write like it's like a plus but with a loop, you know?
Oh,
Like
I've seen
connected
that. Yeah.
plus, you know, that thing. That's mainly what I do. I have used like the 3 with the dots in the past though. But I don't remember exactly why, but for some reason I just really liked the way, like at some point I really liked the way that ampersand looked, so I taught myself how to draw it just because I thought it looked cool. And so now I
does look
can
cool.
draw it and like to use that.
An omniphone? Isn't that the thing from Ben 10?
That's the I think that's the
Isn't that? I think an
Dan.
omniphone is a Seussian instrument, right?
That sounds like something a Seuss instrument. I don't think it's I don't think that's actually the
No,
name.
I don't think so either. I don't know what an omniphone is.
Ben 10, it's an Omnitrix.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how God knows everything.
His
He's
omniphone.
omnipotent and he's on the omniphone, and that's how he hears everything we say.
So when we spend all our lives on the phone, we're actually in God's image.
Yes.
Ah.
Wow.
Kids these days got on phone.
God watching video of kids on Earth on phone. That's how he finds out about. He doesn't look anymore. He just looks at what's trending on YouTube and Twitter. That's how he finds out what's going on. He doesn't pay attention anymore.
Okay, I made the merch.
Well, make the merch.
The merch. And
God
here
is a
it is.
TikTok guy.
Don't drink the milk if you can't handle the kid. Hell yeah.
Alex, there's like some real artistic integrity in this shirt with the way
thank
the
you.
milk and the fire comes together.
Nice. The
Yeah,
contrast.
I wanted to make it very dynamic, you know?
Boy,
It is.
A lot of action.
Mm-hmm.
This should be how we bring back. Oh God, what was the name of the game called where you had the angel and the devil?
Moral dilemma.
Moral Dilemma. We bring back Moral Dilemma, but replace the angel character with milk.
With a glass of milk.
Oh, man.
Speaking of new ideas,
Yes, I think we can delay no longer, but it is indeed time for Max to present their knowledge onto
Yes.
the world.
Yeah, it's
He's
time to
got
learn.
so much, he said beforehand, that he has to
Overflowing.
release. So.
I was called the wisest person here by Steve earlier, and you know, there's a reason why we put me last, right? It's time for me to show everybody just how wise I am.
Mhm.
All right, take it away.
Okay. This is my presentation. Hello, I'm Max Green, and I'm going to be presenting to you all today. It's by me, and additionally, it is for me. And that's all of the prelude that needs to be said. Next slide, please. So, conceptually, this might be hard to understand, but Pokemon exists in a multiverse. People talk a lot about the multiverse theory nowadays. It's almost like hip with the kids. And you have to be able to have a pretty incredible ability for abstract thought to be able to consider this multiverse theory. If you watch a lot of Rick and Morty, you're on a really good track. It means you're pretty smart. Pokemon is similar in a way, where there are regions that are in a world, but there's different universes that contain those worlds. Next slide. However, you might be thinking, okay, so if there's these multiverses where everything is different, then how could you ever think about, how do you even know that these are all conjoined universes? Why aren't they just random things, random thoughts saying with no meaning at all, fleeting in the wind? And the reason is because Andrew Lloyd Webber is a universal constant. Not a universal constant in the way that gravity is, or the number E, about 2.7. Andrew Lloyd Webber is a universal constant in that he has the same personal integrity in every single universe. And that is something, but a variety of universes have been where Andrew Lloyd Webber has influenced the Pokemon universe. Well, I can go into that a bit later. Finally, this is what I meant to get into. Cats is, of course, Andrew Lloyd Webber's magnum opus, and there are a variety of interesting case studies of universes that have Andrew Lloyd Webber being a direct, a direct creative consultant on the Pokemon universes, where he has created these cat, the cat universe within the Pokemon universe, and he used it almost as though it's a vessel where all of the Pokemon are able to sing themselves into song. It's funny because, of course, all of the Pokemon say their own name. Next slide, please. So just to, it's not exactly one-to-one, right? Because some of our, I'm trying to translate, right? I'm trying to translate things that are inherent in other universes into things that are in our universe, right? And we don't have perfect translation for them. So if some of these seem a little bit not correct, it's just kind of a translation error. But there is, let's see, Mr. Mistopheles as Galarian Meowth. That's really apparent. There's Taylor Swift as Incineroar. And a multitude of others. These are just a few examples. And again, just try to remember that our universe, we only have so many things, and things didn't necessarily play out the way they did. This is just a few examples where we're trying to translate other universals' inherence into our own. Next slide, please. This may very well amaze you. And I understand if it's hard to wrap your mind around, right? I'm sure that you're sitting there and you're realizing, how could this possibly be? How could Andrew Lloyd Webber, a person who seems so insignificant, could be a universal constant even greater than G, 9.8 meters per second squared? And the reason that is because Andrew Lloyd Webber has an uncompromising creative integrity that will show up in all of his works across all universes. That sometimes manifests itself into the Pokemon multiverse, but sometimes it does not, as it has in our specific universe. Next slide, please. And now this is an exclusive just for you all. I will present the hit song from the Pokecut of Cats the Musical, the movie. Remember that again, we are translating things that are from other universes into our own. So if not all of them line up perfectly, it's again just due to translation error. And I'll begin. I want to be the very best cat there ever was. Like there are many cats to be far or near. There is many cats to not to fear. Every cat you could consider will bring you to the leer. There are cats in this musical. There's cats everywhere. These cats will do some moves. Cats the musical, though there's so many cats in this world, we must understand. There are cats in this movie. Did I forget to say that it's a movie? There's cats everywhere. There are cats everywhere. And Thank you. Thank you. I can hear all of your claps. So that is I put myself on the line here to be able to get across from you to you. There's a multitude of universes out there. This is just one specific one. I just gave you a small piece of Andrew Lloyd Webber's uncompromising creative integrity. I find it in myself, and I hope that you all can find it in yourselves as well. Thank you.
Amazing. I am just now picturing the Poke Rap song, but it's just naming Jellicle cats instead.
I would say thank you for teaching us, but as you established in the beginning of that presentation, it was really just a form of self-expression. So,
Sure.
Well, that's one way to interpret it. Sure.
Because we were technically onlookers because that presentation wasn't for us.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max very clearly wanted to sing that song just because he felt it in his heart.
Mhm.
Right.
Right,
and
we
if
just
it
happened to get in
seemed-
the way.
Yeah.
Right. If it seemed unintentional or awkward in any way, it's because you're essentially looking through a peephole into another universe,
Right.
And looking through people's is awkward and uncomfortable.
Looking through people's is uncomfortable.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Daniel. We will go ahead and move into our last game for the evening, a game you all know very well, a game called Bartender. So what we're going to need for this game to go ahead and get started are, what are your woes? What are the things that troubled you this week that we can help, ease cathartically through good old song and dance? Probably not as good or as well conceived as Max's prior song, but we're going to try our best here. It's improv.
I will say, probably mostly song, not that much dance. There's really not too much room to dance on Zoom, unfortunately.
Not with that attitude.
What do you
Alex.
mean,
Not with
Zoom?
that.
There's just not space in the bar.
Oh,
Hey, yo.
Don't you break that fourth wall.
So go ahead and give us your woes, and we will do our best to turn those woes into pros. Oh!
Yeah.
I thought you were just gonna say we'll turn those woes into woes.
Dan, I'm an artiste.
I can tell because you say artist wrong.
Wow.
That's how you know.
That's how you can tell.
Yeah.
Go ahead and keep those coming, and we will go ahead and open up shop, Alex.
Oh boy, Valentine's Day, right? And now I got a whole bunch of mopey Joes coming into my bar, drinking their woes into pros. Well, that's what I like to say. That's the phrase that I coined here at my bar. I just hope that I get some happy customers at some point to come on in here.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Oh, of course. Hey, well, what's so sad? Why don't you pull up a chair and get a drink?
I could use 2 or 8 drinks, bartender. My life is it's falling apart right now.
Oh, well, it can't be falling apart that bad. Why don't you tell me about it?
How about I sing? Oh, I went to the grocery store and found that cool net, the one that has all the balls in it. And it turns out the ice cream was on the floor because now they've frozen. My balls, they are no more.
Oh, wow. So all of the balls in the freezer aisle are just frozen now and gone,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, they left the door to the ice cream open, and now all the in the big net contraption, they're all frozen.
Well, I think I have a solution for you. Oh, you might think it's bad, but your problem is quite mild. That's because those balls are for a child. It's not that hard to forget about the past and just move on from the balls to something that'll last.
Oh God, thank you. You've solved my one crisis, but now I'm having another existential crisis about my age.
Oh yeah, that's pretty typical. Well, good luck with that.
Oh,
Hey, barkeep.
Oh, welcome. How you doing?
Not too good. I'm hoping I could hide out here for a little while.
Oh, I see. Well, why are you hiding?
That's quite the story. Oh, I'm a romantic. I planned a fun date night. I thought it'd be good, but it turned into a fight. I'm trying to get back with my lover, but it's really hard because she makes me duck and cover.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really intense situation.
Well, you just gotta look out for yourself. So I figured I'd come down here for a little bit until things cool off.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think I might be able to help you out. Oh, it might be hard when things come to blows, but there's something that you should know.
Oh.
It's just a matter of how much you should be with your lover because you just got to count to 3.
You're right. If we were both more patient beforehand, we probably wouldn't end up in such a toxic relationship.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to sit and assess the situation.
That's a good point. I'm going to go sit outside and think about things.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, boy, all these sad people in my bar. Whew.
Oh, hey, bartender.
Oh, hey, what are you doing way over there?
Oh, well, it's sort of this problem that I've been having.
Oh, yeah? What might that be?
Well, I've been spending a lot of time on Zoom. I've been stuck up in my saddled room. I know they gave me a shot. I put them in a trance, but they say that I really cannot dance.
Oh, I see. So you feel all cooped up, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I think I have the solution for you. Oh, when they tell you that you cannot move, it's important to just go ahead and groove because there's nothing that can hold you back. So every time you just dance, don't slack.
Oh, that's right. Give it my all.
Yeah.
Thanks, bartender.
Just be careful. Don't break anything in your room or anything.
Okay.
All right. Have fun.
Bartender,
Whoa.
bartender!
Whoa, what, huh?
I have a leading up story about the woes that I've been telling you for months.
Oh, I thought you were going to be happy. Okay, well, yeah, go ahead then.
No, this is the peak of all woes, the woe peak. All right. Oh, I was living for my whole life. I was trapped inside with my wife. Then through the window it came a brick and they said, "Take down your lights. It's February, you dick."
Oh, I see.
The neighbors
So-
are coming for me because I still have my Christmas lights up.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think I've got a solution for you. Oh, there are some people from whom you can't get away, and those people are the HOA. So just look out because they're coming for you, and if you don't take them down, soon they'll have you move.
They're gonna... No, you're just making this up. They don't have any...
Oh, God! The HOA Mafia gets another one. Well, it's tough in this strict suburban town, but them's the rules. Time to close up shop for another night. This is the point where I'm supposed to sing some random pop song, huh?
I think you're good. I think you're in the clear. Oh.
Ah, beautiful. Wow.
Well,
What a great time.
Yeah, we did it. We lived. We can't hear the music, but we're gonna clap anyways because that's the spirit of our show. Thank you everyone for being here. I hope you had a good time. Hope it was an enjoyable way to kick off the weekend. appreciate y'all being here. We have lots of fun things in store for next week. Tuesday, more shenanigans. Thursday, TBD, but we could be doing a potential collab, so come back for that. And then again, of course, Friday will be here, as always. So thank you all for being here. Happy Valentine's Day to you
Hell
too,
yeah.
Kat.
Yeah, thanks,
Let's get out there. Let's get women some pockets.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
every show needs a platform. And we're gonna go raid. That's an interesting choice. We're gonna go raid a very, very interesting individual. Their name is Matt Coville. They are that reaction tells you everything you need to know. They're a hugely influential person in the world of RPG gaming, particularly D&D. And I think they're also a prolific writer, and I think they're currently doing one of their stories, it seems like. So we're going to go to them. Dan, you can look for that as MCDM, in case you're curious. There's a really good chance that we're going to get in there, and they're definitely not going to acknowledge us because they're in the middle of reading something, but that's okay. This is more about showing you all a really fantastic content creator, and I hope you all enjoy their company. But before we go, we have to end stream the way we end every single stream. Dan, how do we end every single stream?
We end every single stream without fault by holding our arms up in the air and proclaiming that they are our feet, and that the feet god will come down and eat our feet, which are actually our hands, and so that way we will be able to walk in everlasting life with the feet gods.
Well, I've been in weird cults. All right.
Every stream.
Every single stream.
Every stream.
Let's get a high 10 foot over here.
All right, thanks everyone. Bye.
Feet gods,
And
come to
hello,
me, baby.
feet gods.
Feet.
These are feet.
Come take some pictures while they're here.
These
All right.
are feet.
Feet.
These are my feet. Come take them.
You can have them!
Please.
Please.